Ba-boo.
Ah!
Bless you.
Jeez.
I am falling apart. Everything is happening. Okay. Anyway, we're supposed to have Heidi Ho, the chick booted from The Apprentice.
Right.
She was the one that always got into it with that other chick that we got
I
into
don't. I don't know who's on anymore.
Marissa Omarosa.
Omarosa, who was kicked off, and I don't think dug us very much.
Yeah, Heidi was always in. They had a whole altercation about lunch.
Right.
So she's supposed to be here in a moment. I love that show, The Apprentice.
I love the disco version. I'll tell you that.
True that. Oh, I'm not going to say that anymore.
I'm Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
So my sister writes me an email.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The poor thing. I'm not going to read a lot of it because people listen in so ill, Southern Illinois. So she got home last night, and you know my uncle is in a home.
Uncle Charles. Mint.
Uncle Charles, right. He had a stroke, and they condemned his home because it was he was one of those pack rats.
Right.
And he just had like a narrow enough space to get through the house, and
He left himself trails.
yeah,
Right,
And
okay.
we don't know where he showered. He never let us in the house. We don't know where he slept. There's nowhere to sleep.
Wow.
There's nowhere to pee or anything. I mean,
Maybe he slept on top of all the popular mechanics magazines.
it could be. I mean, it's just very odd. You should see this house, and it was all condemned by the fire department and all this stuff. So we put him in a home because he can't take care of himself. Well, he's half and half. Like some days he has good days out of the stroke, and some days he has bad.
Right.
But he's very unhappy at the home. And he poops his pants all the time. And then my sister tells him, you can't poop your pants. And then she signed him up for
Can he help it?
Yeah, he just doesn't
He's
like his
doing
pants.
it as protest?
Yeah, he hates his
Wow,
pants.
he's mad.
He doesn't like his pants. I hate my pants. Bored. So my sister signed him up for all these hours of senior citizens. Well, then they noticed this really bad smell, and it was he'd been collecting bologna.
Right, I remember this.
Because all he gets is bologna sandwiches.
Yep.
Well, come to find out, the old lady he's in a private facility.
Right.
There's only 5 people in this facility. So it's really nice. You use his money to pay for it, and when it runs out, then he has to go to a public Medicare.
Right.
But right now we're using his money to pay for a nice place, we thought. And it is. I mean, we do my poor sister.
Right.
She goes and just randomly shows up to make sure he's clean and all that stuff. She doesn't have to, but she does. And
Good for her.
They found all this bologna in a briefcase, and it was him showing that all he eats is bologna. So last night she gets home and she found a letter. And she says it's 2 pages of the S word and hellhole. Can't make out the rest of it. Something about me being lucky to live and him in the hellhole with blank food. The best part, she says, is the bologna sandwich that he had enclosed.
Nice.
It says it was nice and flat. The envelope had a do not bend sticker on it.
Good. You don't want to bend your bologna.
And heck, I can see why now. Yup, a real live bologna sandwich in a Ziploc. How thoughtful. Anyway, gotta go. Hope you're having fun in L.A. Love, Mary Jo.
Oh, that's an issue letter right there. That's an underlying issue that isn't even that underlying. Doesn't she know you're out here breaking your back?
I know. I'm stressed too. Bored.
She's alone with her cats.
Yeah. You don't know what it's like to be me.
You have a husband and children.
Right. And Uncle Charles and Grandma Opal with her new bird Repeat because the first one was named Pete.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that? I mean, oh my God. He sent a bologna sandwich.
Of course he did.
But Stench has a prime example of when old people go awry. I'll have him tell you the story about his dad.
Okay.
It is so funny. You're like, oh no. Anyway, here's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Brian? Oh, Brian.
It's weird. It's like he's there, but yet he's not.
Well, he's not now.
Here is Lee. Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Lee or Brian?
Lee.
You guys are so funny.
Aw.
Anyhow, I just recently started listening again, and Jamie, the last time I heard you were married and living in Denver.
Oh, my God, do you not have time for
Wow. A lot has happened.
this? Very
What
busy.
happened?
Well, my ex-husband is happily married, and he has
a kid?
he has a brand new bouncing baby, and he lives in North
my
Carolina. And I,
Have been lied to for half a decade.
I've been. Oh, when you put it like that,
Don't blame me.
Yeah, and I was lied to, and I lived a lie of a life, and that's okay
I'm
because
still kind of obsessed with the guy.
no, that's not true. I did the right
You
thing,
did. You took the high road.
and then I met a really great guy named named Beelzebub,
Right.
And you ran him off.
and then I
Right.
ran him off, and now you have a cat.
He's hot.
Oh, and you dated that model guy for a real short
Right, and there was
Oh,
Jason with the monster truck. That came for a little while,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But now I have a cat, and it's hot.
Well, cats are safe.
On the other hand,
I don't know.
do you know
Sometimes it runs off too.
do you know Jack and Stench? And for that matter, do you even know me, her new partner, since then?
Well, I know who you are, but I didn't know that you had partnered up with Jamie.
Let's see.
I know you from that man show.
I get that a lot.
What man show?
Oh, the Man View.
Yeah, whatever
what she
the
means.
man's channel is.
Right.
Close enough.
Oh, she's thinking Spike TV.
No, she's thinking of the other half.
Yeah, the other half.
No, she's
is
thinking of
what
the
it's
other half. A
called.
lot of people call it the Man Show.
'Cause it's all guys.
Yeah.
In dresses.
Yep.
In daytime.
So I've had a new baby, right?
Okay.
Jack also
Not
has
that new.
right, but since she was around, Jack.
she doesn't know
We
who
have
Jack
drunk
is.
Jack, who's not actually that drunk, and he's quite suicidal, and he has a baby named
Wait,
Lucy.
but let me tell you how he got his baby.
Oh.
He fell in love with this really hot chick, and he knew that she was going to leave him. And so he's like, no, really, I won't. Oh.
Oh, there was a whole.
Yo. And so he trapped her, and now they have adorable baby girl, Lucy. And his wife doesn't like Jack and is okay with the kid, but would really rather be single without a
Now,
kid.
who's gonna watch the baby?
Or Jack.
Who's gonna watch the baby when we're out singing karaoke on Saturday?
Lesbo grandma.
Ah, lesbian grandma.
Jack's mom is a lesbian, but we like her. Because when
course
you
we
first
like
see
her.
her, you don't think she does nasty stuff like that. Not that it's nasty, but you know his mom has
And
been
she
nasty.
may not anymore.
All right, they might just cuddle.
She's only 54.
Oh, they don't just
You know,
cuddle.
I've read that there's the whole roommate syndrome, though, that after a little while they just become like sisters.
All I know is we can't miss traffic this time, or else our asses will be grabbed.
Yes.
Star 98.7.
Pretty big.
You know what is funny is going back to this letter from my sister. If you add them together, you've got your lister.
You're good at that.
Letter, sister, lister.
And if your sister's name was Irene, you could have Listerine and combine it all.
Wow, Daddy Batucci, top of the Jabster again. Oh my God. It's okay. You're right.
Didn't mean to try and add something, sorry.
Damn it. You beat me. So I guess she took my dad to the doctor yesterday too. She also writes that she took my dad to the doctor. And my dad has this thing about whistling really loud, and we
Yeah.
don't know why, but it's this new thing. He keeps whistling.
It's a new thing?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
just whistling. Doesn't even know he's doing it. So he saw this woman, and he does what my dad's done since I was a child. Good morning, sunshine. Just
Yeah.
all jovial. And the lady said, good morning, sir. He then said, you're so pretty. No wonder you've been married 6 times. My sister said the woman was so offended, she turned red and looked at the 60-plus people waiting in the waiting room and yelled out, I have not been.
Oh. What's happening to Bob?
He always says stuff like that.
My
though.
dad used to touch waitresses.
Oh, God.
Not in the current state of affairs where you would say touch waitress and be really bad, but he would do this. He'd go, morning, honey, I'll just have the coffee. And hold their
Ew.
arm a little bit or something. And it just used to freak us
No,
out.
because this is the era from which my father has been cut, if you will.
Right, same with mine.
It's like Bob Hope comedy, you know, like, you're so pretty, no wonder you've been married 6 times. And he's waiting for the drum
I
shot.
gotta tell you, or I want to tell you.
Right, but instead she turns around, I am not. Because she probably has.
Probably,
Or
maybe
4.
not of the age of the Bob Hope style comedy.
Right, and so then she says, my sister says, it dawned on me, I'm the person with the crazy guy. You know, the person who always accompanies the crazy person who everyone stares at? That was me.
I understand.
My
I'm
sister had a-
always the person with the crazy guy.
Oh, you're alone?
Uh-huh.
A lot of them.
I was talking to one of my sponsors, if you will, and he
Uh.
goes, how you doing? I said, oh, great. And he goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm just sitting home watching TV by myself. And he goes, yeah, you're doing fine. You're alone in the house with a crazy person.
Oh, that wasn't nice of the sponsor. They should support.
No, there's a lot of slogans like that.
Well, Stench was telling me yesterday because I said, gosh, it's just so funny how it's weird for all of us to get older. And then, like, your mom and dad, you know, when they start to, like, get a little nutty, you're like, this is not happening to me. Tell them what happened to you.
Dude, I get a phone call from my dad over the weekend.
I just like the way his stories start.
I
Look
know.
at your face. You're
He
just
gets all
mean.
wound up. I know.
This is a weird story. Okay, you would think my dad would call me every now and then and ask me about radio stuff or whatever.
Right, and
'cause
first let me
I'm
just
in the
interject.
business.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but his dad used to like just whip ass on Stench.
Right.
And they
yeah.
were terrified of this man.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and like you lived in fear of your father, right?
Dad would kill us for anything. He did
Right.
not play.
All right. Okay.
So this is the message I get from this weekend. Call me back. I want to know what happened to Rod Burton on Channel 11. You know that guy that flies around a helicopter? They have him up all the time, and he's flying around the helicopter. They got commercials and everything, and now he's just gone. They got some broad up in the helicopter, and she's an idiot. What happened to him? They fire him? Let me know. That was the message. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to know what happened to the Channel 11 helicopter pilot?
You're in the media. I understand you're supposed to know everything.
About that stuff. I might know about, like, hey, if somebody left the radio station, like, oh yeah, so-and-so left. That I might know that. I don't know about the Rod Burton Channel 11 Eye in the Sky.
Right. So
I just didn't call him back, and then sure enough, I went over there for dinner last night. Did you find out what happened to Rod Burton? And I'm just like, you're crazy.
well, didn't you say, Dad, I don't know what happened to the helicopter guy, but here's what I'm guessing. They realized they get better ratings with some hot chick, so they put her in the helicopter.
Yeah, I had to make up a whole thing. It was like, okay, finally he was like demanding a reason why Rod Burton's gone from Fox Television. And I said, okay, look, here's probably what happened. They get a focus group together, they do all this research, and they find out the old bad guy flying around the helicopter, not that appealing to viewers. He might be good on radio, but on TV, not that good. So they get a young, hot, dumb chick up there, and she's a lot better. No, that makes sense. Done.
But I mean,
It's
and
over.
you have a great point. It's like, here you are, you're going through your life, you're going through your day, and your dad out of nowhere calls you at 3 p.m. I was just wondering, whatever happened to that Ron Bernstein on Channel 11? I was watching TV, and he's not in the helicopter anymore. Call me back, son.
Son.
Maybe he's on vacation. No, he's been gone for a long time. They got some idiot broad up there now.
But your dad is also the one that just decides that people are gay.
Gay, fruitcake,
Yeah.
anybody, or the neighbors are like criminals. Oh, I gotta watch those neighbors.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
Oh,
fruitcakes.
is your dad the conspiracy guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all. I love
Yeah.
those guys.
Remember the
No.
guy that lives 2 doors down or whatever? He mows his lawn meticulously. So he's like, you got yourself a fruitcake on this street.
I'm like, what guy? He points him, and then the guy walks by and he points him out. I'm like, I like that guy. I talk to him all the time. He's fine. No, he's not. He's a fruitcake.
Now,
Watch out for him.
On your dad's behalf, let me ask you something. You ever have a psycho neighbor that might have topped him into this?
No, but here's the thing, and
Crazy.
I don't know if you have this kind of dad, but my dad will do the same thing. Like, I don't know that one neighbor, whatever. But I'll point to a neighbor that like has a dilapidated house. Well, those are good folk. I can't believe you're saying that about that neighbor. That's a good person. But
Yeah,
like you're
that's
not
it.
allowed to play the game.
If I say it, he's like, well, maybe he likes wearing stripes and a polka dotted shirt, and maybe that's what he wants to wear. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, he's a fruitcake, Dad. I'm playing your game.
Yeah,
Play with me.
playing the fruitcake
Like
game.
Jack's grandpa who wears women's glasses.
Yeah.
Jack's like, Grandpa, you're wearing women's glasses. I attacked Jack. Maybe he likes wearing women's glasses. And how do you know they're women's?
I'm wearing women's underwear.
See?
Oh, whoops.
Oh, wow. That was good acting.
Sorry, just trying to add something. Yeah.
Your disposable razor after 3 shaves.
Yes.
How'd you know that?
It says it on some things.
It does?
Yeah.
You read the fine print on your disposable razor.
Actually, when I'm in the bathroom, I read anything that's sitting around. I know all the warnings on all spray products. But no, I think I read it somewhere on a package that came with my Mach 3.
It says bacteria can develop, causing rash or other skin. 3.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Also in the news, I'm very excited about this, although I'm missing the upper part. They showed all these men different photos of women, and they modified the women in 27 different ways on the photo. So they gave big boobs, little hips. They gave big hips, little boobs. They gave one arm. No, I don't know. Just different
Right.
ways and different proportions. Muscular, skinny, blah, blah, blah. It said overall, undeniably, the figures that rated consistently the highest were the women were curves as the very most attractive out of all the women. It says they believe the hourglass figure is ideal for childbearing, and men, for whatever reason, still see women, even after all this time, as just, hey, my sperm needs to hit that one,
Right.
you know?
The childbearing hips.
Yeah, so
Remember?
bring it.
Do you remember the sign that used to indicate women? It would be like,
Yeah, right.
well, that's the one guys still like, apparently.
That is funny. It did go,
Yep.
and we're doing that thing with our hands like
We're
this.
making the hourglass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. It's true.
Yep.
That's that old Bob Hope stuff.
Yeah, I've been around a while, baby.
All right, we have several different phone calls on. I mean, everything from The Apprentice to parents to when's are you too old to be hot to
No matter how hot you look.
ultimate dads. I mean, we've just flown through a bunch of stuff today.
Do you, I hate being outdated. Has this started to happen to you yet, Jack? Where you hang out with other dads or at barbecues and stuff? Lando, when he comes to my house, maybe it's because I've spent so much time in the pool and he doesn't have a pool. First thing he does, he hits the pool and starts throwing his kids in the air. Then he starts throwing my kids in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And then Gretchen goes,
And you have to
why
get in.
don't you get in the pool and start throwing your own kids in the air? And I'm going, because it is my pool and they're my kids and that water's cold and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And the second Lando hears that I'm not doing it, all of a sudden the kids are flying a little higher and the screams are getting a little louder and everybody's having fun. Nobody ever gets hurt because I'm waiting for that guy to hurt one of my kids.
Well, that's why she needs to be married a second time.
Who?
Your wife. Because
There's so many reasons she needs to be married a second time.
you bring in the stepdad, and he
Right.
is overachiever. The step parents are always the overachievers, so that's what. If she wants a better dad, she just needs to marry somebody
I
else.
just want to point out that me and Dante and Isabella going to Jillian's today. I want to see what Lando's doing. Love to see what he's penciled in for his kids today.
Because I was always the stepmom that. Well, I was crazy. I will out-mom everyone. I am the world-class snack mom. I brought full-size Pringles for every
Everybody,
child.
I hate being outdated. It'll happen to you, Jack.
It will. I mean, but like every second.
Luckily, my only dad friend is Stench. So the
Oh,
odds
well,
aren't,
yeah, and he's dangerous. Remember when we had baby Puke, baby Luke? There was almost a tragedy at my home. He loves throwing babies in the air.
Yeah.
Well, the way my stairwell goes, it goes into a slant. So he throws the kid up in the air, but doesn't see like that the stairwell is right there on a slant.
Oh.
I mean, it was how millimeters?
We all just stopped and thought, we thought there was going to be blood.
It was a fine hair.
Nice.
Yeah, somebody was watching over him. Well, just
I was
like
thinking ceiling fan.
just like yesterday, somebody was watching over this little girl. Did you see that? She was in a car accident and she was in the back of the SUV, and somehow she flew through the SUV and 45 feet down below on the underpass.
Oh, my God.
She fell off an overpass.
So she shot out of an SUV.
Yeah,
And then free fell over an overpass.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
and she just has a broken leg.
Wow. Somebody's got good karma.
Is that weird?
That's awesome.
Oh my God. Anyway, all right. Should we get to the phone calls?
think we
You
should.
All right. Out dad, out parented, out everything. Hey, we're just talk about anything. We don't care today. I mean, because we've covered so much.
We have.
Here is Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
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 Welcome to
Hi.
our show. Go ahead. What were you calling about?
I've always had crazy parents, especially my mom. She has always been crazy. It's not something that's hit with age. When I went to high school, I lived in Texas, and there's, A&M. My mom had to take my brother to A&M one weekend.
Right.
And she figures out how to get to Bryan, Texas, which is where A&M is, or College Station.
Right.
But she doesn't know how to actually get to the campus itself. She sees a truck that has
Oh,
an
no.
A&M sticker
Oh,
on
no.
it and goes,
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to follow
I'll
him.
just follow the
Oh,
truck.
no. Yeah, that's funny because Stitch and I were talking about that. It's like maybe our parents were nuts and we just didn't know because
Yeah.
we were in awe of them. It's just like that, what's her name? Jessica Simpson.
Oh, my God.
Now, did that Nick guy know that she was stunted?
Yes, I believe he did. But here's the thing with that for me anyway, what does that say about Nick Lachey? I really like him. I know him relatively well.
Right?
Handsome guy, super talented. If she's dumb enough to say the things she says, messy and can't cook, and he loves her and married her anyway, what does that say about him? How shallow is he?
No, you know what this is my stupid theory about men. It's all about the looks, baby.
It shouldn't be.
But it is.
Although, how long do you get a kick out of things like meeting the Secretary of the Interior at the White House and saying you've done a lovely job with this place?
Yeah, I was telling Danny that. Can you believe that, you guys? She did say that. Secretary of the Interior, and she said, "Oh my God, the inside of this is fabulous. I love what you've done."
I love what you've done here.
But here is another clip. By the way, I don't know what this is from. But
From their show, Newlywed.
is it okay? So, I mean, do you get tired of living with this?
I don't know.
All
Let's
right,
hear it.
listen to this.
Condoms for her pleasure.
What is her pleasure condom?
It's a little French tickler condom.
Is it or is it thinner?
There's
That's his
different
pleasure.
kinds of
Yeah,
condoms.
it's ribbed or something to stimulate.
There's different kinds of condoms?
Some have like little, like they call French ticklers. They have little.
Condoms do?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the thing for masturbation, French tickler, but
Really?
I'd have never used it. I just heard about it. What? Is there a certain way to put a condom on?
Is there what?
She's stupid.
Yeah, but sexually inexperienced. She was a virgin when she got married.
Right, but I also heard where they said, okay, you're going to be performing at the post party. And she said, well, how much earlier than the show? And they said, no, post party. It's after the show.
I heard she thought it was for the cereal company.
She said, well, that doesn't make sense because you put postage before you mail something. So it's before you mail something. So I thought post meant before the show because you.
I'd be embarrassed if I were Nick. But she's rolling in the money.
Oh, well,
And
yeah.
in her defense, my wife saw her yesterday at Dalton and said she is smoking hot, and my wife doesn't usually like to admit other girls are smoking hot. But she
And
is.
I've never heard your wife use the word smoking.
She said that.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I forget. I think Stench and I saw her somewhere, and she was smoking hot.
No, she's smoking hot, but after a while, not knowing post party,
Yeah.
you know,
And then
buffalo
defending
wings.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
well, you know what? I got to give her some on that. It must have been hard to figure out the postage thing. Not right, but a nice walk.
I hate stupid people.
Sorry.
No, I really do. It drives me nuts. I mean, just common sense. I don't care if you've memorized crap, but like common sense. If you don't have common sense, like, and I told you this, but that is one demise of my marriage. I mean, my husband memorized every damn orthopedic book in the world, but when it came to common sense, oh my God. I mean, just. And I think he was a great dad, a great human being, whatever. But when you don't have common sense, that is so incredibly ignorant.
I'm afraid in a lot of ways that's me, though.
But
Like,
you
read
don't
a-
bother.
read a lot
though.
of books and
that's
just
just
still can't
lazy
do
on your
anything.
part. That's just lazy.
No, I think I'm failing
'Cause
in
you
the
just-
common sense area.
No, because you just don't bother because your wife just takes care of crap. So that's just laziness.
No,
it's
I
just
make bad choices. Is what I'm saying.
But I mean, it's just easier for you. My wife will handle it. I mean, you don't. I think that if given a task, I don't know.
Yeah.
Though, we had to look at. I even tried, you guys, to do the right thing and not question his decision.
Yeah, see what I mean?
And I didn't relook, and I thought I need to relook because I know he didn't look right. And I thought, no, let him be the man. And we ended up in the wrong. You know, I'm just sick of working here.
Shut up.
What?
Well, Jesus, I'm telling you the truth, and you.
What's wrong with you now?
No, tell him what's really wrong with you. We just had this big discussion off air.
About what?
Well, it's gonna sound stupid because I didn't set it up like telling him. I just mentioned it, and then he just gave me grief, and so we got in a fight, and I just don't want to work with him anymore.
Oh, so you don't want to work here because of stench?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because have you ever told somebody a story and you're absolutely serious, and then they go, "Shut up."
All the time.
Right, because I do it to you.
All the time.
Just happened.
It did. Well, you know how I always have a different disease?
Yeah.
Well, this one's true. So I have been sneezing like 5 times this morning.
Right.
And my left nostril is continuously it's oozing. So
That's
I
nice.
said to Stench, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm like falling apart. I'm sick. I'm like, ugh, I'm just old. And I go, but you know what? At least I know what the cold is derived from, where it came from. And he said, well, what happened? You got a head cold. Ugh. I said, no, I've been poisoned by dryer sheets.
See what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
right. Shut up.
No, it gets better.
It does.
But remember the day I told you I had slug poisoning from
Yeah.
those slug pellets, and it turned out I did have slug nut or whatever. What's it called? Slug pellet
I
poisoning.
thought that was a game you and I play.
That was possible, though.
Right. So I had that one. Well, I don't know if you girls do this or even guys that do well, Jack.
I have had this.
Well, right. So,
So
what
you
do?
believe what's coming?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jack.
Yeah, shut up,
I
Jack.
do laundry
Right.
I believe you do
So
laundry. Have you ever
what?
had dryer sheet poisoning?
Yes.
for the whole day.
Thank you. So I
He's
don't know.
your friend.
I don't
he's
know
not.
if a lot of you do this, but it's hard to just use one dryer sheet.
Oh, use like
Oh, that's true.
You use 5 to 10.
Yeah.
You grab them. You think the more the merrier. Go in there and have yourself a party. Dryer sheet.
Yeah.
See, normally I think if one's good, 10 are better, but not about dryer sheets.
Oh, yeah.
I agree here.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
So I throw them all in as a big festive party. 10 to 12 to 20 of them. Just grabbed a buttload. Yep. And then what happened was after the stuff was done, I was go and put them on the couch, and then I watch TV and fold my clothes. So I picked up all the laundry, and I was holding it up under my face and in my arms, not to drop one sock or one pair of underwear, because then I do this weird thing where, while everything's in my arms, I think I can still lean down and somehow pick it up and put it on top of the pile.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it, and all of a sudden I start like sniffling and I get all like head coldy.
Right.
Well, I realize because my face is buried in it, I have a dryer sheet stuck up my nose. I thought it was like a sock. But
I thought it was a sock up your nose?
Well, because my face is in the white.
Oh, okay.
You know, like my face is buried in the whites. So I thought like something. I knew a piece of clothing was in my nose. It was a full-fledged dryer sheet, thus giving me dryer sheet poisoning.
See what I'm saying?
No, wait. But I would have normally just attacked Jamie here.
Right.
But now I want to hear from Jack, her backup on this.
Yeah, Jack, back me up and make it good.
Now, it happened to Jamie post-dry. It usually happens to me...
Post-dry, that means before?
Right.
Yes.
Because of postage.
Right.
Mine is usually
I can listen to this show.
pre-dry thing where when I grab them, if I accidentally get them too close to my face and get a whiff, I'll go into this allergic, crazy reaction.
Right.
And then for the rest of the day, I'll be sneezing these out.
It's chemicals. You're having a
I just
chemical
want to yell with
reaction.
my friend Stench.
Jack's a freak. Jack comes in the building and starts
fruitcake.
sneezing and says, I'm allergic to this building. Nobody else is. Only you are.
Wait,
Claudine
no.
had to go to the doctor in the old building.
And she did. And since we've been in the new
Claudine.
building, Jack's fine.
No, he's getting allergic to this building now, and it's brand new. You freaked out the other day and said you were allergic to the building again, weirdo.
I think it's you.
I'm going to put Benadryl in your nose.
I'm just telling you that you can get poisoning to things that you don't know. And when you try to tell somebody, oh my God, those dryer sheets might be actually toxic, and somebody doesn't believe you and laughs at you like that, it hurts, and you want to go work for a country station, and then you might.
Well, you throw that out there a lot.
Well, because maybe it's an option where I'll go to Kicking Country where they'll believe my dryer sheet.
No, they won't, but they'll write a country song about it.
Call Jamie and Danny now. 1-877-487-9999.
That's why I'm going country, because I have dryer sheet poisoning and nobody knows or cares.
Is that why?
The old, if it ain't bleeding, you're not hurt routine.
Right, that's my routine.
I was poisoned by dryer sheets and laughed at and scoffed at on this very show.
Well, did you go to the doctor?
I'm on my way.
If you don't go to the doctor, then you're not bleeding enough.
I'm dying. Nobody cares.
I keep going to that urgent care place. They're
I
getting to
know.
know me up on all of us. Just there the other day again.
Jack also, I learned, softens.
Yeah.
We think he might be one of them homosexuals.
Possibly.
What are you doing over dryer sheeting and
Who
over...
does that?
I am the one who does the laundry all day. I have been lectured so many
Oh my
times on laundry
God.
because as a single man, everything went in one load, no
Right.
softener. You know, you threw in whatever the cheapest detergent they had
Right.
was. Now I have to use Tide. I have to use fabric softener. I have to
No.
use dryer
Do
sheets.
it yourself then and shut up.
I do all the laundry.
No, he means her.
If
Oh,
she has
no.
rules about you doing laundry, she should shut up and do it herself.
No, I do the laundry.
Why didn't you add the B word? Because it was
That's
right
the
there.
rule in my house. If I'm doing something and you have an issue with it, then you do it yourself.
Because I'll
Shut
tell you
up.
why. Because Jack is this person, and you don't even know this about Jack. You know what he is? He's the I'll tell you how you could have done it better after you did it guy.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'll do the laundry, and Jack will then tell me how I could have done it better.
See, I'm the opposite guy. I do things so badly that I get out of ever having to do them again.
Well, Jack does this a lot. Not
too.
only, I mean, he just does this a lot. What was it? Something about where to drive to. Oh, I know. Sparkles was going somewhere. And then after she arrived and she was a little late, Jack did the old guy thing, which is, well, you know, you should have taken the 405 to Sunset to blah, 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 to blah, blah. And she said, and I get this, hey, don't tell me now that I'm already late and that I'm already here. I just wanted you to hear me say,
No.
oh my God, don't tell me now. Then Jack does the thing that couples do. Fine, I'm never going to tell you anything again.
Wait, Stench told his wife how to save time in traffic. She crashed and blamed him. There's no winning.
No, but this is I'll tell you how to do it after you've already done it. You know what I would have done? It's a dad thing, too. It's that, you tell your dad, you call your dad, you're like, oh, yeah, I had to get the roof fixed or whatever. Well, if you wouldn't have bought that house with that kind of roof, and I told you what you need is a tar roof, blah, blah, blah.
My father-in-law did that. After we bought our house, he said, I didn't want to say anything to influence the purchase of your house, but this is an old house, and it's going to cost a lot to keep up. And then the roof started leaking really bad. And he did the whole I told you so thing.
I know.
Like the whole I told you so thing.
Because you told him you hated him, dummy.
No, I never told him I hated him. I told him I was the devil.
Satan and wished he would die.
That's different from hate.
Well, it's still, though.
Mr. Sidetracker?
It's the side thing. It's the thing about, don't tell me after it's already done, and then you pull that bitch move of, all right, fine, I won't tell you anything then. I think I hate couples.
I tried to pull the Danny move where I tried to do something badly and got doing it.
Yeah.
And ended up with an hour-and-a-half tutorial on how to do laundry. So now I do it right because I tried that. I screwed up the baby's laundry and then said, fine, I just won't do the baby's laundry. And she said, no, you're going to come here and learn how to sort it and use the detergent and use the washer.
It reminds me of that Tide commercial where that guy has that little weird brush at the end of the Tide commercial.
Right.
And he's just sitting there staring at it like, I'm so much better than my wife.
Okay, what you have to do is things badly and break your promises. I'll give you an example.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I take it upon myself to help Isabella with her homework one night, right? Because Gretchen's spending a lot of time doing it, and Isabella puts up a huge fight. So the homework comes back with Isabella with a note saying, this homework is excellent, but it doesn't appear to be in Isabella's handwriting.
Oh, you are that dumb.
So I tried to make it A's backwards and P's upside down.
You did not.
Yeah, I did. Because I had places to be. My time is valuable.
You filled it out yourself?
Yeah, I just said, sit here, let me do your homework. And
no, you tell the kid to fill it out.
You can't do that.
So then the next time I did it, Gretchen said you can never do her homework again. That doesn't help anybody. She's having trouble with her letters. She shouldn't do that.
Yeah, what's she going to learn?
So the next time I did it, I wrote them in really light. And I said, just put your handwriting over my letters.
Oh, my God.
You're retarded.
So the school
You're
said the homework.
Expectant of a
They
child.
didn't even bother to say the homework is good this time. The teacher just wrote, I can see Danny's letters under her homework. Please don't allow him to help Isabella with her homework. And I'm out.
Why didn't you just tell her what to write? Every parent knows that. You go, look, 12 is the answer right there. Write down 12.
Because I got in a hurry.
Oh.
And besides, I wanted out. I didn't want it really. I mean, I didn't think about get her purposely caught.
Yeah.
But I was, I didn't want to make big, good disguises. She eventually had to do her homework on her own, so I had to get out.
You have to get a trophy for that.
Yeah.
Crappy ass parent of the year.
When are you going to give me you owe me a trophy from yesterday?
No, from today. From today. It was the I'm really crazy. I'm the winner, and I go to an extreme to be the winner.
Was it yesterday you were going to get me the horse's ass, though, on the beer can?
That was today.
Wow. It's a long show.
That was like an hour ago.
Wow.
Oh, my God. You do have it.
What, Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Wow. Because Danny's fearful that he might have it or one of his meds makes him forget. I'm going to say, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, next time we fly to Denver, I'm losing you in the airport.
I still go. Every morning I go to the old building and wave my card key, and when it doesn't open, that reminds me I work here.
Oh. That's sad. I miss that lady.
Which lady?
The lady that was pregnant and then isn't
Crazy
pregnant.
lady.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Yeah, the smoking Nazi.
She hated you.
I know she hated me, but she was right to hate me.
I keep trying to smoke. It's not working out.
I keep trying not to smoke.
Well, on Saturday when Builder Bob and I went out for dinner, I knew that he was like jonesing for a cigarette. So I'm like, you can just buy a pack of cigarettes. I'm not going to be offended. He
Yeah,
goes,
we're just friends now.
Yeah, we're friends now. I'm not going to judge you. And so I'm like, let me have one. I just.
No, you tried in Vegas? You
I
couldn't do
keep
it?
trying. I want to be like cool like you guys and have lung cancer and carry around an oxygen tank.
That is cool.
And like be heavy breathing at 27. You can't like make it, whatever. Anyway, here's Mary, I think, or Marie, or Mary. Mary,
From the 909.
From the 909. Oh, it used to be my hometown. Marie?
Marie.
You bitch.
Works in Medfield. Nope, she's gone.
Here's Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry. Hey.
Oh,
Jane.
you
Hey,
guys.
Jamie. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Sherry. What
Hi,
up,
Jamie.
homegirl?
I just want to see.
Anyway, listen, about the dryer sheets.
Yeah.
Until Jack or Stench, whoever's using Tide, that stuff's nasty.
That stuff's nasty, Jack.
Nasty. Don't
You
use
got to do
that.
your washing Tide because it's too cold outside.
Oh, inside, outside. It's a hair whip joke.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm using dryer sheets. Unlike Jamie, I'm like putting 5. They smell really good, you know.
Now, what kind do you go for? The floral or the garden scent or the ocean scent? Hey, it's a whole...
A potpourri.
I'm telling you, there's something about people's personality that pick out the different flavors.
I'm powder fresh.
We use the.
Jack is powder fresh.
We use an orange box. That's all I know.
Oh, you use Bounce.
I have no
Bounce,
idea.
yeah, we use
Yeah,
Bounce.
you use
I mean,
Bounce.
we have a box of them, and I use them and don't know what they are. I'm proud to say.
I've never used one. I just know we have an orange box.
He's powder fresh, your homo friend.
Oh, what happened to
Hey, I don't
him?
know.
What
he's your
happened,
friend.
Jack?
That with Jamie too much.
Anyway, Sherry, go ahead.
Okay, so I got in a big fight with my boyfriend because I kept getting yeast infections.
I can see why that would make him
accusing
mad.
Totally. So I'm accusing him. You're cheating on me. You're cheating on me. How could I keep getting these yeast infections? I'm being monogamous, and it's your fault.
Front to back,
right?
my friend. Front to
Front to
back.
Fault. So then, yeah, that's when I went to the doctor. He asked me that. Are you
See?
doing front to back?
See?
And I
See?
said, yeah. So anyway, the doctor asked me what kind of laundry detergent I was using and what kind of dryer sheets I was using. And I told him I'm using Clean Free, and I'm using, like I put a few in there, and then I don't take them out. When you take one load out, you leave the old ones in there.
Yeah, because it's like a bonus.
So they
Yeah.
can add another one.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So he told me, that was what was giving me the problem. So I quit using the
Maybe
Clean
you should
Free.
take them out of your pants.
Well, that probably would have helped. But
Sometimes they
I
just
quit
stick in
using
there.
them, but then I didn't tell my boyfriend that I went to the doctor because I wanted to find out. Like, okay, is he really cheating, or is it the Cling Free?
And it was cling free.
It was cling
It
free.
made things actually cling.
Yeah.
Call Jamie and Danny now. 1-877-487-9999.
By the way, on that Fine Living, they said don't even use laundry detergent for fine sheets. Use like baking soda.
Oh, that's neat.
I don't know. I feel kind of. Does that get out crusties?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I know this is stupid, but we were talking about sheets. But listen to this. 2 brothers who run a farm in Australia are feeling anything but sheepish since a bale of wool from their ranch set a record price of $500,000.
All right, that's it, alpacas.
Yep.
Come on, you guys.
Here's the thing, is this Chinese textile company is going to sell suits for $75,000 each. Because it's some great sheep stuff. And they, gave the sheep tender victuals. or
Robert's
whatever.
in his office salivating. A $75,000 suit made out of special wool?
I know.
Come on, you guys. Let's do the love of the alpaca.
He had, the world's best flock.
The guy lived with the sheep. He had to pamper him so much he had to live in the barn with the sheep, and they called his wife the sheep widow because he spent so much time with them. You go do alpacas.
You know what?
We don't have to live with the alpacas.
They were climate controlled.
Yes.
They had a Nora Jones CD piped in. And
That would
each
do it.
sheep wears a coat to keep dust out of its coat.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
They were like hand fed.
Jack, we won't do that with our
Excuse
alpacas.
me?
We'll let them run wild, right?
No. You wanted to be the king of crazy.
Yeah.
Go raise sheep and live with them and be the king of crazy.
For a woman who I think is dangerously unbalanced, you don't seem to have a grip on crazy.
No, I guess I don't. Go live with them.
No, you don't repeat some other guy's crazy. That's his thing. I have no desire to live with sheep.
Well, other people have starved themselves to death, so that one's been done. I don't know
I
why.
have a desire to be left-handed every now and again or walk with a limp.
People have done it.
I sometimes do voiceovers with a limp, and I'm the only guy who knows I have a limp that day. That's kind of fun. I'm going, they plump when you cook them. But really, I know I have a limp.
Oh, my God. You are
Coming up next on That 70s Show.
A certified
I've got a
nut
limp,
job.
and they don't know. It's my secret that I'm doing voiceovers with a limp.
But you don't have a limp.
Sure I do.
In your head?
Right. If I were to move when I'm doing this.
Oh, God,
right?
he's explaining.
Okay, now watch. Here's a limp, right?
Right.
Okay.
Walking
But
and
I
limping.
never do that part. I never show anybody I have a limp. But now, let's assume I had that limp. Now watch. They plump when you cook them. No difference because I would be standing here, right?
Uh-huh.
So I can insist in my head I'm doing my voiceovers with a limp.
I'm giving him a limp.
So,
You're an idiot.
let me ask you something. So this story in your head that you give yourself a limp and nobody has any idea.
Right, that I'm doing voiceovers with a limp.
Right.
And when I see them on TV, I know I had a limp that day.
But you didn't have a limp.
Right.
You had a limp in your head.
Exactly.
So what does that get you by knowing that you have a limp that nobody can see because you really don't have a limp? So what does that get you? Like, what is the payoff for you?
All right. Like some actors go, what's my motivation? And so let's say the part is that I'm playing the part of a disc jockey on some movie, right?
Okay.
And instead of being a regular guy like I am and just going to do the job,
Oh, wait, did you say that you're a regular guy like I am?
Yes, like I am. Not like anybody else is, just like I am. Robert De Niro might go, what were my parents like? How was I raised? What did my bedroom look like to get to the point of just sitting in this room, right? It's your motivation. I do the same thing with body parts. I wonder what my limp would be like when I say they pump when you cook them. Oh, it'd be like this. They pump when you cook them. Makes perfect sense to me.
What does the therapist say?
Oh, he doesn't care much about my lips.
Oh, he said it's okay to have a limp while you don't have a limp and say it and think it while you're doing voiceovers?
Right. He doesn't care about that.
Like right now, do you have something going on that we can't see?
Yes.
And what is it?
No, I'm not telling.
Well, come on, just
I'm not telling. It's my thing.
you have something though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and we don't know.
It's a Twitch.
Come on, you gotta tell us it's funny.
Oh,
Why?
because
Why-
it's my thing. I'll tell you tomorrow what it was. I can't tell you why it's happening.
I'm going to country with Jamie.
Hey, you're the reason why